We have here a really nice bag attributed to Bedford County, Pennsylvania. Partially attributed because of the horn whistle that's on it. You can see it's really nicely turned and has the wood core inside. The reason we say that, a collector friend of mine, Thomas Ames, noticed years ago many of the bags that came out of Bedford County had these whistles attached. And when he hunted up there years ago, many of the hunters still carried the tradition of a whistle on their coat. And when they're doing deer drives and the deer are coming through, they blow the whistle to stop the deer to get an opportunity for a shot. This one has such a nice cow horn turned one. It's really nice. The small horn you see here in the center is most likely for caps. This would have had a cork in it, the caps would have been in here, and it keeps them safe. It actually works like a priming horn, except it's actually keeping the moisture off of your caps. It's also easy accessible. When you pull it, you can just pour out what cap you'd like. I have seen in the past bags across the forward section of it will have a piece of leather that sits there almost like a fingers. And I had a bag years ago that had one that was here. And what those fingers are for is the caps are actually slipped down on each one of those little fingers. At times the one had the piece underneath the flap, so the flaps actually covered up the caps, but they were easily accessible. The one up here on the strap was a little different in form, but basically served the same exact purpose. It gave you the opportunity to grab a cap without having to go into the bag to retrieve one. This one, the bag itself, has a wonderful strap. I mean, just the overall condition of this bag is very exceptional for the time period. It's most likely had a period repair or a very, you can tell by the threading, it's a very old repair, but it's double layered. It probably started out as a single layer of leather. Super nice. It's wider here at the bag, so it gives you the strength at the bag, comes up and tapers down, has this really nice harness buckle that's coming through, and then the strap widens out again, so it's easier on your shoulder. Tiny little measure tells us, in all probability, it's a very small caliber, and you can see by the size of the measure, not only by the portions it's throwing for the powder, it actually is small enough to go into the bore to make it easier to, to extract the powder. Horn itself doesn't show any recent repairs. It looks like it's an original to the piece. It has a slight crack in it, a nice turned butt cap, and then the bag itself is a calf skin with a lot of the hair left on it. It probably had white spots in these two sections. And then we're going to be really careful. It's a single layer. The pouch front has also had calfskin hair. The back side of it, which is so fragile, I don't want to actually turn it. On the back side, it is actually a smooth leather, most likely what the strap was made out of. It's a little thicker leather than what the front is. And so what that does is, by having a thinner leather up here, it gives you that little bit of a stretching ability. And the backside being a thicker leather actually helps in the durability of the bag. It actually conforms to your side better, that you don't have it cupping or bulging so much. This bag has 2 layers inside of it. There's actually a petition. You can see this line right here that comes across. There's actually a petition piece of leather there. And what that allows you to do is put some of the tools and things in the back side of it, or your sandwich or whatever you want to carry in there. That's not the essentials. Normally I put my essentials in my front pouch. That's where the lead balls, the patches, and the priming horn all go. So those are the things that are the most easily accessible. In the back side, you may have cleaning patches, tools, toe worm, anything else that's needed. We'll have dimensions of this bag on the website. You can see it's a really exceptional piece, and the condition is exceptional.